Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone.
So, what are we discussing this
We are discussing, are you friends with your coworkers?
week? Okay, that is a topic that I think a lot of people have mixed feelings about. um, I will let you lead the way on this one.
Well, we all know my friendly self. I am absolutely friends with my coworkers. I should probably limit that, especially when it comes to the higher ups, like the doctors. But I am friends with everyone. But I've always been taught, because I started working when I was like 15, 16 at a young age. My parents would say, work is work. Do not be friends with your coworkers.
Okay.
No matter how much you think you guys are cool, you're not cool. Don't be friends with them. And no, my dad's always like, work is work. They are not your friends. That is a professional setting. You're not supposed to be friends with coworkers. Did I listen? Absolutely not.
And if y'all have any comments that y'all want, if y'all want to comment on anything, you put it in the chat. We're reading both chats. So we're live on TikTok.
Live on YouTube as well.
And I will be adding Twitch next week.
I'm going to learn to add Twitch. Hey, somebody said, what's up, Sir Arkansas? Hi, Arkansas. We're in Houston. What's up? How's the weather there? Probably hot, too.
Thank you for the tabs. Thank y'all for the hard view. Thank y'all for coming in. If y'all can share out the live for me, I appreciate it. So not at all. So, man.
No.
Never.
No, my dad said you should never be friends with coworkers. My mom, she's more of, you could be friends with coworkers, but just be very mindful
Of why you.
and like what you tell them about your personal life and just how you act. She's like, you have to be professional in a work setting, but once you get comfortable, sometimes you kind of your true self in a workplace. And she's like, don't do that.
Yeah, but I feel like that's how you can meet people sometimes, though.
How you can meet people. So would you date someone you work with?
I don't know.
Have you
I don't know
ever?
because I feel like if I'm doing that, then when I come home, we're together. When I go to work, we're together.
That would annoy me.
We're together 24/7 almost, so there's no time apart, I guess.
Then you're talking about work? How
Yeah.
annoying is that?
You're talking about work. It's like it's almost kind of like you never leave work.
And every time you turn around, they're there.
Yeah.
And then what if so say you're dating someone that you're working with. What if someone hits on you at work? Like, what if a guy is like flirting with you and you're trying to keep it a secret at your workplace that you're dating? Like, how does that work? Because I don't like people flirting with my man. That would really make me upset. I'm like, he's mine.
I've had it happen before where women have flirted with me at work, but I think I try to keep that separate because I've seen too many friendships and relationships things go bad at work, and people, they're like, it just goes bad. It's not a good situation.
No, people in the chat are agreeing. They say do not date people that you work with.
Sammy says she's only friends with some of the people that she actually liked. Yeah. So,
See, same.
Yeah.
I've had people say, "Oh, I heard you've gone on vacation with such and such coworker. Why didn't you invite me?" I'm like, look, I only travel with certain work friends. I don't travel with everybody. Those are people I know and I trust. I don't know if I can trust you guys to travel with out of state and drink, take shots, and be my normal self. So sorry to those coworkers.
Met some of the people closest to her at work.
Okay, some people say
I can agree that because one of my best friends, who I call him my brother, but I met him. We've been friends for almost 20 plus years, and we met working at the airport. Now, this was a job that I despised.
Why did you despise the airport job?
Because it was working outside. And,
I thought it was like coworker related, like it was. Oh, okay.
there was nothing wrong with the job. I just didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
There was nothing wrong with it at all, but I just didn't like it because it was hot and I was jumping up and down off the trucks and stuff all day, and I didn't care for it. So, but I met him.
Oh, my mom's on. Hi, Mom. Sorry, I cut you off. Hi, Mom. Hope you're feeling better, Mom.
You also met your ex-husband at work.
Oh, someone met their ex-husband at work.
Yeah. Well, see, I mean,
so I
met him at work, and we weren't just like friends like that when we first started, but we would hang out, do flights together and stuff like that. And
you guys would travel together?
No, we worked on flights together.
Oh, you said flight. I thought okay.
Well, we did fly to New York once.
You travel with a coworker.
Yeah, we was free, so we went to New York for the day and came back.
What was that experience like? When you travel together, were you on guard? Like, oh, I better not take too many shots. I don't want my coworker to see me drunk. I better act a certain way, or were you comfortable with that coworker?
I was comfortable with him. I don't really deal with a lot of people that I'm not comfortable with. I don't say a whole lot. I don't really talk a lot. So it took me a while to warm up, and he probably would say the same thing. Like, it took me a while. Like, I would hang around, but I wasn't saying a whole bunch. So, it takes me a while to kind of learn people. And once I was like, yeah, he's cool. We would work out together.
Okay, y'all were very close.
And stuff like that. But now, like, we real close. Like, that's my brother.
That's bro. I will say the first time I went out with some of my coworkers, like, I was absolutely, like, scared to take a shot of tequila or just scared to say certain things, scared to wear, like, certain clothes. I was like, I don't know if I should wear certain things hanging out with them because it's my first time hanging out with them. And we work together. Yeah. So I was very, very cautious. But then once I saw them taking shots and, wearing certain things and saying certain things, I was like, I'm good. I can be myself.
You say you met your best friend of 30 years at work. Okay. So, yeah, you can meet some people that, you can keep for a lifetime. And then there are some people it's like, once I'm done here, like, we don't ever have to. Not everybody has your phone number, though. So,
oh, I hate giving out my phone number to coworkers. I hate when people text me and say they got my phone number. I'm like, who gave you my number? And I'm like, you can email me and ask if I want to do a schedule change, but to get my phone number from someone else and we don't talk like in those bases at work, I don't like that. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So, so I can say that. And not every job I've had, I've always been been friends with or anything like that. But that particular friend, while I did not like working at the airport, that was the one thing good that came out of it. So I don't always I'm not always friends with people I work with though. Like at my current job, so this was kind of weird. This is kind of a weird situation because at my current job, there were a few of us that kind of all started together on the same level. And about 3 years ago, I was promoted to manager.
Congratulations. It's amazing.
Thank you. And so now I'm the manager of all the same people I started with.
Ooh, so now that you're a manager, how are your friendships with your coworkers? Is there a little jealousy involved? Is there a little, hey, you're my manager, but we're also friends. Can you let me come in late?
I wouldn't say jealousy. There definitely is some of the, looking to the side, not saying everything, not saying things about some things, but I'm slowly. Well, I had to kind of rein that back in because it's part of my job to take care of these things, to manage a company and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna lose my job, or I'm not gonna put my job in jeopardy because we were friends and stuff. And this is
absolutely
friends, like going to his house and we would hang out and baby showers.
Oh, y'all were great friends.
I think I took his daughter with my daughter to Disney on Ice, stuff things like that. So we're cool, and I'm not going to even say that we're not still cool, but you can definitely tell there is.
It's a little different now because you're manager.
It's a little tension, and I don't even think it's because I'm manager, but I think it's because of the responsibilities that I have that it gets a little weird.
So you're like, we're friends, but then I'm still your manager. We're around the clock.
Yeah, it's like we're friends, but I still need you to do A, B, C, and D.
Still get your job done.
We're friends, but I still need you to meet these goals.
I can see that. Okay.
So
you still try to have that good relationship. Do you still hang out now that you're manager outside of work, or is that stopped as well?
That stopped.
That stopped?
Yeah. And I don't think it's because of him or anything like that. I just think
respectfully, he was like, now you're manager, so we probably shouldn't have that kind of relationship.
I can't even really say what happened. It was just kind of one of those things where I started kind of demanding different things of the position, and we slowly stopped talking about certain things. We would talk about everything in the office, like children, stuff outside of work, things that we were going on with our daughters and stuff like that, and it slowly kind of started to fade. And it is what it is, but
Wow, when things like that happen, I'm like, okay, were we ever really friends? Now that I got this higher position, was there a little jealousy there? Did you want this managing position and you stopped talking to me? Or maybe, okay, I could be overthinking because I'm an overthinker. Maybe it was just now that you're in a higher position, they want to be mindful about how your friendship is.
It could. I think it probably be that, and it could be a number of things. But
my mom said, "Been there, done that."
Good afternoon. Welcome in.
Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us.
We are talking about should you be friends with your coworkers? Yes or no? What are your thoughts on that?
I'm absolutely friends with all my coworkers. I travel with them. I don't listen to my parents' advice. Hi, parents.
So how well is that working out for you, being friends with all of your coworkers?
It's been okay. We're gonna be real.
Yeah.
So I had one experience, and this one hurt my feelings. So I had a coworker. Like you said, we would hang out outside of work. I would go work out with her outside of work. I'd go to her house. She'd go to my house. She got her first apartment. I helped her decorate everything. And then she ended up getting a managing position. Cool, great. I'm a supportive friend, happy for her. I'm actually the one who, like, hey, you should apply. Take that role. It's available. But things started changing.
Okay.
So she started asking me to do things that was not my job. And respectfully in the beginning, I was like, maybe she's busy. I can help her out. She's still trying to figure out the new role of being a manager, and I'm sure that's overwhelming. So I was like, absolutely, I can help you do some things. But then it continued with her asking me to do things that was not my job, that was more of her job. And it became a problem, and I had to report her. And let's say we're no longer friends. But not only did I report her, but multiple other people did. But she did pull me to the side and was like, I can't believe you
reported me.
I'm like, girl, you're telling me to do things that's not my job. That's your job. So
Do you think she expected you to look?
Yes,
look
I think some people get that role when they become manager and they start acting a little different,
See,
And
I never wanted to do that. I wanted to, when I got the position of manager, I didn't want to be different with everybody, but I did realize that it's kind of hard to still be friends with everybody, and also manage.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to sit there and joke because like our office setting is kind of like an open office concept, so we're all sitting.
Oh, you're all sitting together.
Yeah, we're all sitting in the same room together.
That's awkward.
I mean, it's always been that way. I mean, I would like to have my own office because I'm a manager, but I'm okay with sitting there.
Yeah, because you're a manager. You don't have your own office space?
Well, because of the nature of my job, I have to kind of hear what's going on. It's better if I'm sitting there so I can hear everybody what's going on. But there are times when, there's not, things are kind of slow and we're just talking about different things. Maybe what's going on at home or this person, what's going on with his wife and stuff, and things like that.
Okay.
But what started to happen, it started to become a little more difficult because I'm sitting there trying to do stuff because I have the owner and the VP who are messaging me, asking me for stuff based off of things that my people are not getting done. So it's kind of like, hey Quincy, what happened? Or what do you think about ABC? And then we're talking and laughing, and I'm like, I'm gonna need y'all to like sit down and do what y'all supposed to do.
Like we can laugh and talk and have fun, but let's get back to this work.
Right. What happened with this request, or why haven't you called this person back?
Why did she get this done?
I think the friendship kind of slowly starts to fade, and then you get questions like, are you okay, or what's going on, or what's up? Like you kind of like you different, and it's like that's not the case. I'm not gonna lose my job because of what y'all are not wanting to do or y'all expect me to look.
Absolutely. You gotta do your job at the end of the day.
Yeah. So I mean, do you think it is a good thing to like go out and have drinks with coworkers like after work and things like that?
You're asking the wrong person because everyone knows if you ask me to have drinks, I am always down. Always. But I want to say we work in healthcare and it's a stressful, I think every job is stressful. I'm not going to say just healthcare. Everyone's job can be very stressful. But, once you see a lot of like gruesome or just traumatic things at work, like sometimes you just want to unwind and, have a conversation about it or not and have a drink and then go home. So I'm always down for a little cocktail. See, okay, someone said I definitely had drinks with my boss. Okay, I don't have drinks with my boss. I had a boss invite me to have drinks, and I was like, well, no, I'm busy. I can't go. I wasn't because I was busy. I just don't like drinking with my boss. I think it's weird. I absolutely drink with coworkers. Like, I even had some doctors say, hey, I see you guys go out, but y'all don't invite me. I'm like, but you're the doctor. Like,
what if it was
I'm not inviting you.
Boss that was once your friend? So like kind of the situation that I had. Like y'all were friends, y'all were working out, y'all were on the same level, and then they got promoted. And would you still?
I would still talk to them, but I probably wouldn't. I would limit certain things. Like I wouldn't. Okay, so you know how when you're just coworkers and you're cool, you talk about things in the workplace and what's going on, but then you don't tell your manager certain things. You know, certain things stays between the circle of just your little coworker friends. So I don't know if I would necessarily go out because I'd be afraid. Like, what if I slip up and say something? Like, what if I slip up and say so and so is going to call in this day? Or what if someone slips up and says I'm calling in one day? You know, and then the manager's there, and it's like, oh snap, you're a manager now. We can't say certain things in front of you. You know, so I don't know. I don't know if I would. It depends on the setting. Drinking, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But if it was just maybe, like you said, Disney on Ice or something simple like that, I wouldn't mind. Okay. Because it's always been in the back of my head. I don't want to say too much. So.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. Welcome in.
Welcome in. I'm sorry. I have a bad habit of not reading the chat. What does this one say? I've went out with my coworkers before, and not really a good idea. It depends who's around. See, because some people you'll think that is like your actual friend. They're not your friend. They go back and report things to the higher ups. So you just gotta be very mindful who you have conversations with, who you drink with. Like, there's just one coworker. Every time she asks me what's going on in my life, I'm always like, nothing, because she'll literally come up to me unprovoked. Like, she'll just come up to me, you know, so-and-so's getting divorced, so-and-so's pregnant, so-and-so did this, and I'm like,
you tell all your business.
And I'm just sitting there trying to chart. I'm like, girl, and she's like, what's going on with you? I'm like, absolutely nothing. Get this girl away from me.
Welcome in, everybody. This is the Too Good For You podcast. We are discussing should you be friends with your coworkers. So if y'all have any comments, questions, or anything, y'all can put them in the chat. We are reading the chat actively. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for joining
us. So should you also be friends with your coworkers on social media? Do you guys have your friends on social media?
I don't.
Coworkers?
You don't have your coworkers on there? I had the one guy that I was friends with. Well, we're still friends, but I had one person that was on there, and what happened was we were at work one day, and he was like, "Hey, I was scrolling TikTok last night, and I saw you on live. What were y'all doing on live? Like, I saw you with 4 of your friends on live, and I was like, what was I doing?"
Like, I know you clicked on the live and watched. Why are you asking me what I was doing?
Yeah, I was like, he was like, well, y'all had like filters on and stuff, and like, what was y'all doing? And I was like, oh, you know, we was just chilling, but. In the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, now I'm going to have to block you because
I gotta block you.
You know, I don't need you
making those little comments.
And it's not even the comments that bother me, but I don't need you watching me.
Exactly. That is so awkward. Like, if you're going to watch, okay, like and support, but to just sit there and stalk my live or like stalk my videos and posts and bring it up later in conversation is just really weird.
Yeah. So Mika says, I can be friends with a person, I'm their boss, but you must know when to turn that friendship off while at work. Yeah.
Absolutely. You gotta know when to turn it on and turn it off. Absolutely. I can see that.
Yeah. And I agree. And that's kind of you know, I go back to my situation. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I have to know when to turn it off and when to turn it back on, because it just gets awkward, because I have to do like these performance reviews. So this person that I'm friends with, I also have to do their performance review, and I'm in charge of whether they get a raise or how much they get and stuff like that.
So you know all their business.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, we would not be friends in the workplace. I'm sorry.
It's a small company, so it's like the owner, the VP, and I'm pretty much next to him. So yeah, and the owner, he's doing his thing. The VP lives out of town, so
it's like
I'm the guy in the office that's kind of doing stuff,
doing everything.
But as far as a coworker, I did block him, and I've been considering unblocking him, but
leave him blocked. Once you block, leave him blocked. Don't unblock.
There are times when I'm live on TikTok that I probably technically should not be, but
then you better leave. Don't say this. We're going to delete this part. This is life.
I probably should not be, but I mean, there are times when I'm on there and I don't necessarily need them watching me, you know, talking about, oh, you know, well, he's live on TikTok, because I know people do that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. See, keep them blocked.
C. Mason says, strictly business with the coworkers down to the line. It could evolve into a bad situation. Yes.
It can be bad.
So that could be one of those things, like I think we just talked about, like relationships with your coworkers and stuff like that. Like, I've seen those things go.
Oh, I've seen them go. Same.
Because, I mean, yeah, you can have a relationship with your coworker and y'all can be in love, but once you do one thing that's bad and he get mad or she gets mad, and it's like, yeah, it's gonna be all out at work. Like,
divorce brings out the ugly in people, okay? You marry one person,
that too.
You break up, and you meet the whole new person. So I can only imagine someone that I have to work with that I was previously married to, like that. I'd probably move to a whole nother state.
Yeah, one person don't want to leave.
I am going to transfer.
Mika says, I tell anyone you walk into work, leave everything at the door, pick it back up when you leave.
You have to.
So
absolutely.
leave all the personal stuff at the door.
Leave it at the door. Do not bring that up in here. We need good energy, good vibes in this workspace, okay? Besides, no one wants to deal with that.
It depends on the maturity of the people. It definitely does. I think that plays a lot into it. It depends on how mature you are. Some people can be friends and still work together and never have an issue.
And keep it professional, but some cannot.
And they understand, they understand the hierarchy. And they just understand the situation. Like, I know you're the boss, you got certain things you got to do, but I'm still going to do my job.
Absolutely. I feel like if you are going to take that manager role and be friends with your coworkers, you need to know how to take the emotion out of things. You can't be emotional in certain situations and be a manager and try to be friends with everybody. You just can't do that.
Yeah. No, definitely. You got to take emotion out of it. Yeah.
So, travel. Would you travel with a coworker? We all know I'm always traveling with my coworkers.
I did travel with that one coworker.
Just that one?
Well, it was a few of us. Actually, 2 or 3 coworkers, but it was because we all worked at the airport, so we got, of course, to fly for free everywhere. So New York at the time was a place that we all just went for the day because we could fly first class for free. We flew for the day a few hours and we came back. And it wasn't an issue there because everybody was doing it.
Did anyone that you ever travel with that was a coworker in bad, and you're just like, I would never travel with them again? Have you ever experienced that? No, because I don't do a lot of things with people in general. So if I'm to the point where I'm about to travel with you or pretty much hang out with you at work, and I feel somewhat comfortable with you. Like I used to work at a bank. Someone said, how many trips do you have planned now? 6? I don't want to answer that because my parents are watching.
Well, Nika said she will travel with coworkers.
You would travel with coworkers? Absolutely. I will. I do all the time. I'm not going to lie. The first time I did travel with my coworkers, I was absolutely nervous because I'm like, how are they? Because I see the saying, traveling with coworkers or dating someone and traveling with them, you really get to know them, I'm the annoying person that hates flying. I think I've discussed this before on many podcasts. I'm a total different person when it comes time to travel. I'm like this nice, genuine, bubbly person now, but getting me on the airplane, I don't want to talk. I'm actually annoyed and very agitated, so I am not a nice person to travel with. It's so bad, my friends won't even sit with me on the airplane. They're sitting a couple rows ahead of me because they're like, we don't even want to sit by you. You're annoying. So I'm on their side. I am an annoying person. But there was this one time that we traveled with a coworker. And, I'm trying to figure out how much I want to say. Because I don't want it to.
Does that coworker watch your page?
I don't think so. But this one coworker that we traveled with was married and took things too far. And then truth came out, and then we were all getting bashed by their spouse. And I'm like, okay, we can't travel with you. One, you're married. You're married. Why are we getting in trouble? I'm like, mind you, everyone's adult. Everyone's grown. You do what you want with your life. I just don't want to be a part of it, is my opinion. Don't bring me any of your drama.
Yeah. Patty says, I don't see why not. If you're friends, there are business trips that sometimes need to be taken. So, yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, I think if you're good friends with that person, then, I mean, I don't see why there should be, there shouldn't be an issue or things like that. Yeah.
Do you, when you travel with your coworkers, do you guys share a hotel room or do you get your own room?
No, I'm getting my own room.
You're getting your own room? Okay, so.
Yeah, that's even with family.
Even with family?
No, I don't share rooms.
I typically share rooms. This time, so my trip to Cancun was originally supposed to just be with my younger brother and I. Hi, baby bro. But then, my coworkers did not want to travel anywhere with me on my birthday. But then after I started planning things with my brother, they decided they wanted to come. And they're like, let's all share a room together. And I'm like, typically I would, but I'm going with my baby brother as well. So I'm sharing a room with family. But there is one coworker, he's just like, I'm getting my own room.
Everybody over here says own room.
Everyone's saying own room.
So is that just for coworkers, or are y'all saying that for family?
Yeah,
too?
Is that for family too, or just coworkers? Like you need your own space.
No, I'm just curious. Is that family too? Because I mean, even with, like I said, even with family, yeah, I'm getting my own room because I need to decompress.
You need to decompress.
But as far as coworkers, like, I mean, we cool and everything, but there's some things that just need to remain private. Like, I don't need you to know everything about me.
Like, what if I want to go to the bathroom? What if I have to poop 3 times? We're in Mexico and I drink the water. Like I don't.
Almost always.
I don't want people in my business.
Yeah. I mean, with coworkers, some things need to remain private because you also run the risk of that person wanting to go back and tell everybody else in the office or in the company.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna tell I only flossed my teeth once and not twice, or I don't know what they might tell. Chanel was snoring in her sleep. I don't snore, guys. I don't think I do, but yeah, typically I do share a room. I don't know. My family is scaring me because when I travel out of the country, like, you're going to get kidnapped. So I typically, well, I'm a girl, you're a guy, so I think it's safer for you. But as for me, being a girl, I watch Taken. I don't want to be in the hotel room by myself and someone breaks in and snatches me. Like, while they're trying to kidnap my friend, I'm going to be hitting him in the head and we're going to try to escape. But me by myself, I don't know. What if I'm in a deep sleep and I don't hear someone coming in? So if you're a woman out there, please get a room with someone. Do not be by yourself.
You're not about to tell everybody at work that I don't sleep with no underwear on. Exactly. Like, I don't need you telling all my business. Like, he gets up in the middle of the night and, I don't know, just the weird things that you do. Like, I don't need everybody telling everybody that I snore.
I don't know what. People tell everyone I fouling my toenails and I'm clipping them, okay? Like, mind your business. And I'm sleep with my retainer. Yes, I have a retainer, and sometimes I sleep with it.
Things that should remain
private. But my coworkers I've traveled with, we've traveled, I think this is like our 3rd or 4th trip together. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she's in my room sleeping. We're all just close. We're all cool like that. So, yeah. I don't see an issue with it. But unfortunately, we did not tell everyone about the trip. So I think it's going to be a little saltiness going on with the coworkers of, why wasn't I invited? We couldn't invite everyone to this trip because, of course, you can't all get PTO at the same time.
Well, yeah.
So, and I'm like, it's some of our birthdays. Shout out to all the cancers out there. So the people that's our birthdays, we typically were like, hey, let's take a trip together and let's invite 1 or 2 more people. So I'm friends with you guys. I just couldn't have 20 people on a trip in the summer. Sorry.
So you think those people are going to be salty with you?
I mean, they can, but I really don't care.
I mean, if y'all are friends and y'all are cool.
We're friends. We're cool. Catch you on the next trip. It's my birthday. Not all of us get PTO. Sorry. We can do.
Are there some of your people? So you are friends with some of your coworkers. Are there certain ones that you only do certain things with because you know that some of them maybe
absolutely
water, or some of them like
I can't do this with
you. You're gonna tell this, or I can't do that with
if
you.
we're being real, we're probably being too real right now. So for certain coworkers, you have your group chats, and then we have our separate group chats, and then we have our individual chats with certain coworkers because we're like, well, you can't tell this one because this one's gonna tell people. So we get our own little secret chats with certain coworkers. I think everyone has secret chats with certain coworkers that they're friends with, right?
Probably. So I mean, then are y'all really friends?
We're friends. It's just sometimes I text the wrong group chat and then I get outed. I'll screenshot something and I'm like, wait a minute. You guys have a separate chat? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sorry about that.
Wrong chat.
So
are there certain topics that are off limits with your friends at work?
No, we're horrible. We talk about everything. We're all talk about being divorced. We all talk about kids. We talk about everything together. No, there's nothing off limits with us. We're always talking. Yeah, even in little chats at work, we probably shouldn't, and your work stuff, they'll like chat you something. I'm like, let's text. Let's not talk on the little work chat because I don't know if they're going to pull these messages up and read what we're saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, and even like this podcast right here, like, I don't tell, like, none of the people at work know that I'm doing anything.
Really, my coworkers have come up to me, not that those bees even like comment, like, or support it. Just like, I saw your little podcast and well, thank you for watching. Hello to a new fan. But no, they don't typically like support it or comment anything. They're just like stalking me.
Yeah. I just don't want anybody watching what I'm doing at work. Like, I think I've gotten to the point where I'm keeping that separate.
Work and friends and social media life is like separately. I understand that. I get that. I just
don't want everybody watching what I'm doing. Even like if I'm not at work, then that's why he's not at work. He's on live or he's streaming and stuff like that. Like, I just try to be mindful of that going forward. And it's kind of one of those things because you never know who's looking to take you down.
Absolutely. You don't know if someone's gonna like take screenshots and be like, oh look, this person called in, but look, I see they just got their hair done and that's why they called in. They went and got braids or or they called in but they were drinking last night. You just never know.
Right.
So if you are gonna be friends with your so-called coworkers, I know you have your coworkers that you're close to and some that you're more close to the others, put them in your close friends. That's what I do. I just put certain things in my close friends or if you have like things that are coming up, you can't always tell your coworkers, So
you don't invite them to like baby showers, weddings, stuff like that.
I like to elope, so no one's getting invited to a wedding because I ain't having one.
What about like birthday parties, those things like that? Like,
I don't.
Do you invite all your coworkers, or do you invite certain ones?
My friends one of my friends threw me a birthday dinner the other year, and they just invited people. But I love the water. Like if I want to go like to Austin, I'll invite a few people, but I don't invite everyone. Sorry, friends. It's just certain people because I have a certain groups of friends that are coworkers and certain friends that I have like outside of work, and I don't think they will be a good mix together. So when I do have like people that I invite for certain things, I'm like, okay, who's gonna get along well? Who's going to clash? Who has this personality and that personality? Can I invite them on a trip together? Can I invite them out for drinks, or can I not? So I have my little groups. I'm sorry, I have a habit of not reading this chat, and I just keep seeing it popping up. But the question is, should you be friends with your coworkers?
Mr. Ken says the essence of moral.
Someone said, I never knew. That's my mom. My mom said, I never knew you shared rooms with friends when you're on vacation. Yeah. There's literally video footage of us dancing in the hotel room together. Of course we're in there together. I'm sharing a room with Tien. We have double beds. Yeah, she's annoyed at me though because I fall asleep late and she falls asleep before me. So like literally she was asleep and she rolled over and she's like, Chanel, turn TikTok down and put your headphones on. And like, I'm trying to sleep. She's like, girl, shut up. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And she's like, I'm not rooming with you anymore because you're annoying.
Welcome in, everybody. This is the Too Good For You podcast.
Hello, everyone.
Should you be friends with your coworkers?
Yeah. Well, sorry, Mom. I
comments in the chat, questions, or anything like that. Definitely appreciate all the gifts, the taps, and everything. Appreciate y'all so much.
Ooh, someone said someone might call out to work and go on a shopping spree. I'm not saying I ever did that before. That was my younger days. I absolutely, okay. So Bath and Body Works is having a sale, and then a whole bunch of people are having sales for like Black Friday, and they scheduled me, which was not fair because I specifically, you can set days where you make yourself unavailable because like, okay, I don't want to work this day. And they're supposed to like typically honor it, and they schedule me anyways. And I'm like, you think I'm not going to call in and go hit those Black Friday sales? I'm calling in. So I absolutely did.
If that happened to you, one of your coworkers did that, and that puts more work on you.
I don't care, baby. Give me something while you're out. Stop by Best Buy and get me the.
So that person's gonna be like, well, they not here because they out there shopping. I don't
care what you're doing. If you use your PTO, your sick time, and whatever, call and use those days. Do what you want. That job will replace you. They don't care about you. But if you're gonna go shop, let me tell you, so you can get me something too, because I'm stuck at work and I can't wait that long line. Never been that hater friend. I'm never gonna snitch if you're calling in. That's not my business. Because I've had managers like ask, "Oh, where's so and so? Are they sick?" Or I'm like, "Honey, I don't know. Yeah. What did they say?" Like, you're not gonna get me to snitch on anybody. But
and see, I think that's where I go back to my situation. It's kind of like that. It makes it kind of weird also because typically, when we were all on the same level before I became a manager, like we would tell each other, I'm taking this day off to go do A, B, C, or D. All right. Hey, I'm not coming into work tomorrow, and now it's kind of like they can't tell me that because it's like they can tell me. I mean, they have to tell me I'm not coming into work, but they're not going to tell me why they're not coming into work. Because it's kind of like, okay, you really can come to work. Like, there's really nothing wrong with you or anything like that. Now, it has changed.
Is that like a rule in the workplace? Because I know in healthcare, they're not supposed to question why you're calling in. You're just like, hey, I'm not coming in. But I know some managers try to overstep and, well, why aren't you coming in? Well, what's going on? Are you sick? Is your mom okay? And I'm like, that's none of your business.
What was I saying? What was the last thing you heard me say, Chrissy? Because I'm not sure.
See, I'm bad at looking at the chat too. This is why. And I'm like, I'm going to use Twitch. I don't even know how to do TikTok and...
Just tell them to prepare the others because you're not coming.
Someone said don't invite them to our family stuff when you're no longer friends. I do have a lot of friends that get attached to my family members. And they still be trying to hang around. I do have a friend. Wait, I just thought about that. So there's this girl that I'm no longer friends with. I have not been friends with in like 10 years or more. And she is still friends with my family, not only on social media, but be trying to hang out with them. I'm like, girl, we're not friends. Why are you hanging out with my family? I know I have a cool family. Everyone loves them, and they want to hang out. We throw good parties. But if we are not friends, you cannot hang out with my family. And that goes for my coworkers as well. If my mom has come to the job and you've met her, hey, if we're not friends, you can't hang out with her no more. Like, Mom, you need to block people. My mom doesn't block people on social media after I'm not friends with them anymore. Block everybody. Coworkers included. Mom, please just start blocking people. I'm going to hack into her account and start blocking people. So do you think, like, stop saying something said, I'm your mom, I'm on my YouTube. Mom, really? She's telling me stop telling her what to do because she's on her YouTube account.
If you think about it, the question, let me know. I can't remember what I was saying when you probably couldn't hear me anymore.
You see my mom talking mess? Obviously, my mom is feeling better because she's talking mess in the chat.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
We're glad you're feeling better. But my mom uses her cancer as an excuse for everything now. She's like, I can't do that. I have cancer. I have cancer. This is stressing me out. Mom, are you really feeling sick today or you didn't want me to come over there and bother you? Because now I have questions. Are you really sick?
So there are two different categories.
Coming over.
Friends, like the coworker friends and like actual friends, or are they kind of both in the same category?
Are you saying coworker friends?
Mm-hmm. Like, do you treat the two different? Like maybe friends that you grew up with versus friends that you went to work with, that you met at work?
I treat everybody the same, in my opinion.
Okay.
All my friends are treated, and until you give me a reason to treat you differently, I treat everyone the same. I try to. But once, when people start moving a little shady, you start noticing different things, then, you got to treat them accordingly. Kind of like you, when you became a manager 3 years ago, you said things, became different. You no longer hang out with that friend outside of work, so I get it. We just have to be very, very, very mindful of being friends that are your coworkers. Now, are you friends? I've done this. So I've worked at a job before, and I typically wasn't really friends with any of them at that hospital. Like, I kind of just stayed to myself. And it wasn't until after I quit that job that I started talking to them, and they're like, what? You talking? I'm like, I didn't talk to you guys because you guys are so messy and gossip about workplace stuff. So I didn't want y'all in my business. So I didn't talk to y'all. But I'm like, nah, I don't work at Herman. I'm like, I don't care. We can talk. You can see that I'm not working today. You can see that I'm calling in. You can see that I'm traveling. But,
Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't friends with them when I was there, it's not likely I was going to be friends with them after I leave.
After you leave? Now I don't mind. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, I've run into people that I used to work with, and sometimes we'll see each other and not even speak. And it's not on that we dislike each other or anything like that. It's just that we weren't necessarily friends like that. We were just coworkers.
Just coworkers. And you're like, oh, just keeping it moving.
We were there to do a job. we would talk while we were there. And it'd be real light conversation, but nothing heavy or anything like that. So I've seen a few people, like I said, I've seen a few people out in the world in real life. And, you may give them a head nod, or you may, hey, how you doing? How's everything going? Just the real light stuff. But if we weren't friends when I was working there, then it's not likely that I'm gonna be friends with you now.
I can see that.
And it's not, anything mean like that. It's just like,
and that's what it is.
It is what it is.
Have you ever had a boss or a manager that was trying so hard to be your friend outside of work, but you're just like, you're my manager, you're my coworker, I can't be friends with you? Have you ever had anyone like, hey, Quincy, let's go have drinks. Hey, Quincy, let's hang out. Hey, let's go to this game. And you're just like, no.
No, never that. I'd always have coworkers. So there was one job I had. Everybody would always try to get me to go out. Everybody would go out to have drinks, wings, and stuff after work. And they were like, Quincy, why don't you ever come out with us? And I'm just like, because I'm going home. Like, I don't have to do that kind of stuff because I don't know y'all like that. But one could be like, well, how do you get to know anybody if you don't ever hang out with? It's like, it's my process. It takes me a minute. I have to watch people. I have to watch you and see how you move. Observer.
Okay.
I'm an observer, so I have to watch you. I have to see how you move before I'm just gonna start hanging out with you and kind of opening up to you.
I can see that. I agree.
Which is why it takes me a long time to get to know people. I had a cousin that told me that she's like, you real cool, like, but you're what she said? She said you're a hard person to get to know. And I didn't really know how to take that. I was like, well, what do you mean? She was like, well, because like you don't open up to people at first. Like, you're real observer. You watch people before you let people in. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess so.
That's a good trait to have in a workplace, though. Because what if you open up too much and then later realize, y'all aren't going to be friends?
Right. And then you've told that person all your business, or they have too much stuff that they can use against you. And what if you are going for that promotion and things, you've told this one person that you became friends with, and you're just like, hey, I'm going to try to go for this promotion. And then that person goes behind your back and is like, well, y'all might not want to do that because of A, B, C, and D.
I had a friend that did some shadiness like that. I had a friend, I brought up being an ECMO specialist, and she was so negative about it. Negative. I don't want to do that. I never want to do that. I have text messages to prove it because she tried to act like she never said it. And I was like, screenshot. Gotcha. But then she went back and then she applied for the position, and I no longer want the position. I am looking into other things in healthcare. But not only did she apply for the position, she listed me as a reference. So these people are contacting me, and I'm like, girl.
Did you give them a good reference or a bad?
I gave a good reference. I mean, as far as her being a worker, she's a good worker. I'm not a petty person. Someone else probably would have gave her a bad reference. But me, I'm not like, she does a good job. So I was like, absolutely, she's not a lazy person, I gave a good review. But I'm just like, I'm shocked you reached out to me. Like, you don't have any other friends? You want to reach out to me to do a reference to the job that you did not want? Like, what? But it's fine. I since moved on. I no longer want that position. I'm interested in something else. But I'm like, you got to watch people. You think they're their friend and they're not your friend. They will, like you said, apply to a job that you bring up. So it's some things you should definitely keep to yourself because you can't trust everybody. Everybody's not happy for you. Everyone's not rooting for you. Some people are in competition with you, even your coworkers. So be mindful.
Yeah, definitely. But so yeah, I would say overall, I think it's okay to be friends with your coworkers. You just have to be kind of mindful of what you tell them, and I guess that's where the observant part comes in. That when I first, I'll go back to the airport. When I first started working at the airport, there was one guy that me and this guy came in together, and he was a real friendly person. He was friends with everybody. Like, you would see him at work. He was like, he's all over the place. A real cool guy, but he talked, and it wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but everybody kind of knew to watch what you say to this person. Like, you can't say...
He gonna run his mouth.
You can't say everything to this person. He real cool, but just watch what you say. But he was also how I met my brother, because he was, talking to that guy, and that's how he got us connected. Hey, this is this guy, no, his name is Charles. That's my brother. His name is Charles. No, this is Charles and stuff like that. So I started hanging out through him, and so I mean, me and the other guy are still cool. I don't speak to him a whole lot, but it's not on any bad thing or anything like that. It didn't work out that way. But I mean, I still have him on like Instagram and stuff like that. So we'll say like Happy Father's Day. We'll speak in passing, I guess, so to speak. But nothing like me and my brother. Like, it's hard to believe that we've still been friends for over 20-something years. Like, I never expected it to go that far. I pretty much thought after I left the airport,
y'all aren't gonna be friends anymore.
No friends in the workplace for me. You learned your lesson.
Oh, somebody learned their lesson about making friends with people in the workplace. Yeah. I've only had like 1 or 2 bad experiences, but the other friends that I do have in my life, it's worked out. And I believe God brings people into your life for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. If they're still in your life, they haven't, it's not time for them to leave. Yeah. And when God's ready for them to go, he will take them out. Because I always pray. I'm like, this person's not for me. Please remove them. And God will remove those horrible coworkers or friends quickly. Either they'll get switched to a different department, or they'll get another job, or you end up getting another job and you just don't ever see them again.
Chris says I work with the run tell that crew, so you're good. Yeah, and you got that crew too. Like, you can't tell nobody anything because they gonna tell
everything. Now, if you're friends with here Quincy, like if I had worked with Quincy, I would be trying to butter him up. He said he handles things as far as what raises. I'd be like, Quincy, we ordered from Papa Do's. You want some Papa Do's? I need that raise.
But it can be a stressful thing sometimes because it's like you knew you were friends beforehand, so it's kind of like I actually despise when the annual reviews come up because it's like now I know I have to be the one to tell this guy whether or not you're doing a good job. Yeah. You're doing a bad job. This is what I need you to work on, and then I thought we were friends, Quincy. What you mean? Yeah, I'm not getting the raise. I mean, I'm getting a 2% raise. It's never come down to that because I think we've both been able to kind of separate the two, but the lines do blur. I mean, there've been some. I've been a manager for like 3 years, so there've been some reviews like, well, do the review in like 20 minutes, and we talk for the other 40. Like, okay, so you're a cool manager. Yeah, but I kind of. I don't know if I need to stop that or what, but I don't know. Still trying to figure out, like, can I be the manager? Yeah, that's hard. I mean, you've been in the role for 3 years. I'm sure as time goes on, you'll slowly get better at it and better judgment on what you should and should not do. Yeah, I agree. People come in for a reason and or a season. Some people are seasonal when they come into your life as your coworker and a friend. Work snitches are the worst. The worst. If I call in, mind your business. I need to use my PTO that they did not approve. And let's be clear, when it comes to PTO, if I'm requesting time off, I'm not coming. I'm not really asking permission. I have things to do. Joe. Yeah. Are you like that? I mean, you're a manager, so do you have to reach out to someone and be like, hey, can you approve this? Or you're like, I'm manager, so this is the PTO. I'm not coming these days. Is that how it works for you? Pretty much. Wow. To be Quincy. God's favorite over here. No, not necessarily. I mean, I try. I mean, I still communicate to the VP, like, hey, I'm not going to be here this day. But yeah, I don't necessarily have to get things approved. I just kind of put it on the calendar, like, hey, this day I'm not going to be here. Especially if I work from home. I'm working from home today. Not a big deal. That's the worst if I don't get my bonus because they can't get it together. Hey. What did my mom say? Oh, my mom said her job gives her a raise 2 times a year. No review. Everyone gets the same raise. That's amazing. I wish we did that at my job. We don't do that. We do a little favoritism when it comes to raises. They say that they don't, but we do a thing where we discuss what each person got as their raise, so we know that y'all give different raises to everybody. Well, no, we definitely don't discuss that, but yeah. I'm discussing it. I know everybody's personal business. I know how much everybody makes. I don't know. I'm a little salty too because I'm like, why should you get a 5% raise and I got a 4%? Like everybody else. See, I don't want to be that person, but you gotta watch Quincy. In my position, I have to be the disciplinary person sometimes, and I have to do that. This Quincy, Chanel, I know we're friends, but I gotta write you up. And I've had to do that sometimes. Like, we're in a podcast together. You can't write me up. I've had to do that with some of my people sometimes. Like, I know we cool,
Oops,
but
I keep bumping stuff. I'm sorry.
I need you to get this done. Like, this is not, I need you to do this way. And
Yeah.
so far, so good.
So good. Speaking of the VP, are you guys friends outside of work?
Me,
He's your boss. No? Would you ever go out and have drinks if he asked you? No. What if it was other coworkers going? Would you then?
Then, to me, that turns into a business.
So it's a business meeting. Then you're like, okay, I'm going. But if it's just you two one-on-one, do you ever tell him things about your personal life or things that you have planned? Like, oh, I'm doing this with the kids. I'm doing that. Or do you strictly keep it professional with the VP?
It's more so professional, but there are, we all have kids. He has, some smaller kids. So, I mean, we do have some things in common. So it's little things like, oh, I was up late with the kid last night, or
so like little comments here and there, but
we got to take the kid, for surgery and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I hope everything's okay, and it's real light, but nothing like real heavy or anything like that. Because I feel like you got to be careful with that. But
absolutely,
me and the VP. I mean, we weren't necessarily friends.
Oh, prior to you getting the position, you guys weren't friends, but okay. So
even with the owner, I mean. We all it's a small company there. I think there's 8 of us that work at the company. So
okay, it's really small.
Yeah, like we've been to the owner's house he threw a pool party for the company.
Okay,
but he only invited the people at the company. So I mean, we went over there and that was cool.
That's different.
Different. Everybody had a good time, but you still know the line of manager versus working and stuff like that.
We're friends, but still your manager. What's my mom saying now? Quincy, have you ever had a flat tire after a review? You manager. Someone's like, oh, he want to give me a bad review. I'm gonna slash all these tires.
Never a flat tire. I've expected a few because
he expected a few. Hold on.
Because I also do hiring and firing.
You do the firing too?
For my people that are under me, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you ever had a fire? Okay, they're about to get real. You ever had to fire a friend?
No.
He's thinking about it.
Because I don't know.
He doesn't know how much you want to share on here.
I don't know if I consider them. I don't know if we were like friends like that.
You ever talked outside of work? Were you ever hanging out outside of work or no?
No.
Okay, so it was
we would talk at work. It was like the light banner at work, but I mean, and I think that's why I kind of try to keep it the way it is now because I know that's probably a possibility. So like people that I've hired now, we'll still talk at work like light banner, but I have to keep it professional because it may come to the point to where if you're not performing well, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm sorry, but I gotta let you go.
Yeah,
I've expected a few flat tires with some of them because
my mom with the good questions.
There was one person I had. She didn't see it coming.
She didn't see that she was about to get fired. Oh, that's the worst.
I felt like she probably should have, but she didn't see it coming, and she was just like, "Wow," and I'm like,
"Why did she get fired?" I'm nosy.
That's the worst part of this job.
I probably can ask that.
The letting the firing because that's somebody's livelihood, but I also have to make sure that I watch out for my own. And
I'm gonna take an early lunch and I come back. I gotta fire somebody.
Okay, so they usually know it's coming. See, and Teddy, I feel
they
like
should know it's coming.
I feel like you had to have known that.
You don't know you getting fired. Oh, so probably because she thought y'all were cool, y'all were friends. You weren't gonna fire her. But it might be out of your hands. It might be the VP telling you, "Hey, we gotta let her go."
It kind of was, but it's kind of like hey, after repeated meetings like this person.
Oh, repeated meetings.
This person's not doing this. And I'm telling hey, this is not happening. So
I gotta let you go, Boogie.
After a while, I'm sorry, but I gotta let you go, and I've had to do that. I think I've had to let 4 people go.
The first time you had to fire someone, did you go home and were sad about it? I gotta sit down and have a drink. Dang, I had to fire somebody.
I felt some kind of way about it, but
because you gotta think people have bills. You know what I mean?
I say their livelihood. I'm kind of messing with their livelihood, but at the same time,
people have kids.
I have to think about my job that they trusted me with.
Absolutely.
If I'm not gonna do that hard thing, then they'll bring in somebody else that won't have a problem doing it.
Because he's look, I gotta do my job. Business is business. If I gotta let you go. I gotta keep my job.
I had to suck it up and take care of it. So
Christian ain't shed a few tears, but hey, you gotta go.
That's why I say I don't mind being friends with coworkers, but in the position that I'm in, it's kind of difficult.
I can see that. What's up with the chat? We're coming up close to, what time is it?
We got 3 minutes.
Okay, all right, guys. Okay, someone said I just got my increase. I got a 1%, a dollar, I'm sorry. And I heard someone else got $1.25. Oh, no, I would bring that up. I would actually lie. I'm like, I heard someone got $1.50. Why did I get $1? And this is why you don't discuss pay with your coworkers. You're not supposed to discuss the increase because I got a 4% raise and my friend got a 5% raise. And I did bring it up and they're like, well, Shania, are you going to intubate patients? And I was like, absolutely not.
And see, for me, that's weird because I know what everybody's getting.
Somebody said 25 cents. I don't care if it was 10 cents. If someone's getting more money, the economy is bad, right? You see how much groceries is? I want my money. So, yes, you probably shouldn't discuss pay. Don't let me find out because I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up. And I'm going to Quincy because I'm like, Quincy, we friends. Why didn't I get that 25 cents?
That you don't want to run into.
And that's why you'll be friends with your coworker.
That's a prime example right there. Like, hey, we friends. Like, can I get that extra $1,000? And I'm like, no. Like, no. Like, I'm sorry, but
can I get a bonus?
I can't. No, you can't do that. I mean, we all get bonuses at the end of the year, but yeah, as far as that raise, like, I can't give you no more.
Someone said no more morning smoothies. Honey, the way my job be working me, I go home, take a shower, and go to bed. I'm not even hungry at this point. Like, I've actually lost a little bit of weight because your girl's stressed. I told you the other night they had me so stressed out at work, and I was frustrated. No, I don't eat breakfast as much anymore. One, I'm trying to lose weight before my trips. I'm not going to say how many trips I have because my mom is still on here. Hi, Mom. But no, I'm not making mornings. I'll make some. If you guys want to see me make some smoothies, I'll make some and just freeze it. But I stopped eating so much. I'm trying to fit in those swimsuits. I don't know if you guys, I gained a lot of weight.
This is where separation comes in friends and business. That's definitely where the separation comes in. So I've had to practice this a whole lot more since I became a manager. Like, I just had to learn when we can be friends and when we can be business and when to turn it off, when to turn it on. So,
see that.
Like I say, it's more business now. But I mean, there are times when we're in the office where we have those light conversations about, what's going on with your daughter, what's going on with your kids and stuff like that. So it just kind of depends.
Someone said a little birdie told me 6 trips. Don't be saying how many trips I got booked to my mama on here. Y'all being messy.
Linda said as a business owner, business is business and your personal life is your personal.
That's what my dad said. You keep work life professional and they are not your friends. And I still don't listen.
Well, y'all, this is gonna be the end. That's our hour. This was the Too Good For You podcast. We were discussing should you be friends with your coworkers, and looks like we are kind of leaning towards maybe yes, maybe no. It just kind of depends. You have to kind of be observant. I say be observant.
Don't be friends with Quincy. He's not giving me that raise.
If you work for me, then yeah, probably not. Like, it's all based on performance. But if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then yeah, I'm probably gonna let you go. Like, I'm the person, I'm gonna tell you a few times and then I'll just start documenting. And if you keep not doing it, then
okay. I hate when it does this, okay, because I know I've been on here for an hour because it's like asking me to do these little puzzle pieces. Oh my goodness, really? That is so annoying. Okay.
But thank y'all for being here.
Thank you for joining us.
We will probably be, we're gonna try to do this every Sunday at
4 p.m.
But if there is a Sunday that we're not here, we're working on some pre-recorded episodes that we'll be posting also. So, of course, if y'all have different topics that y'all want to hear us discuss or anything like that,
appropriate topics.
But definitely let us know. Again, this was the Too Good For You podcast. We're going to be signing off now. I appreciate everybody that showed up here on TikTok, YouTube, on Chanel's side.
We're working on Twitch.
Working on Twitch. I'll be streaming live on Twitch next time. But we're working on getting a few different things going. So yeah. Definitely appreciate y'all. This was our first in-person meeting.
Yes, our first time meeting.
Went well, I think. So we probably will be doing this a lot more when time permits.
Bye, Mom.
But again, thank y'all for showing up. I'm gonna get off now.
Thank you, guys.
I will see you guys later.
Bye. See you later. Hopefully, I always mess up when logging out of here. Y'all know I can't work TikTok. Hopefully, I always mess up when logging out of here. Y'all know I can't work TikTok.